For today's video, I'll go through my team currently as it stands. So yeah, we'll do a team update and it should be good. A few things have changed and we'll go over, probably won't go over too much over the plays individually, but more so what I want to do over the next 2 weeks when there's practice games. So yeah, I'll get straight into it. I am growing the hair out at the moment, so it might require a hat because it looks pretty disgusting. So yeah, anyway, so my defense, I've spoken about Laird, Lloyd and McDonald a fair bit on this channel. I saw McDonald play today in a trial game against the Saints where he was under siege, and I thought he was good. He did exactly what I wanted him to do. It was even a bit more aggressive than I thought he was going to be with the ball. I think he's a necessity down there, just because I think that doesn't mean he might not move around elsewhere, but I would be very shocked if he didn't move position. So still a risk with the role change for McDonald, but I feel comfortable with it at the moment. So they are locked in my team and I don't see them moving, to be honest. And then Jaden Short, I took Stewart out. I had him before because he has a minor quad injury. So with me, you probably know if you've watched the channel for a long time, but I'm very precious with soft tissue injuries in the preseason. If they have some sort of soft tissue injury leading up to round 1, I am not interested, as you can see by my missing M1. So Stewart is out and Jaden Short is in for now. I just think, watching him last year, I was really impressed with how much he was using the ball off half-back and yeah, a lot of meters gained. So I just like the look of him, and yeah, I feel like he's very, very important to Richmond's game style, especially with Hooley injured. And the rookies. What I'm actually thinking with these rookies is, I'm not sure we'll get High more after watching him today. Always a chance, but you never know. And there are other plays that could pop up. What I'm thinking is, because I don't think we're going to have a loophole, so I might just try and predict a player to play later in the season and pick him at D8, and then later on trade Combin in to F3 when Flynn goes out, and then he'll be my loophole. So it is a little bit of a risk, but I feel like a loophole is necessary early, and I don't really want to be guessing captain options. I still need to think about this strategy a little bit more. Not exactly sure, because it is risky. That player could be dead, or could get more injuries in defence. Or maybe I could do it in the midfield. But I am a little worried about defender rookies at the moment, because none of them are confirmed just yet. But there's a few that are a good chance, so keep an eye on that. Now in the midfield, so no Lachie Neale. So we learned that Lachie Neale has had a calf issue for a while in the pre-season, and that for me is enough not to pay full price for him. I'm sure he's going to be very difficult to get in. I've pretty much forfeited him for at least probably half a year, so I probably won't be able to get him, and then maybe if he's the right price I can get him. If not, might have to wait a few more rounds. Doesn't sound great, but I think the money, while I do like paying up in the midfield, Neale I feel puts a lot of pressure on the rest of the team, and just the calf issue is I'm sure he'll be fine. But I don't see him starting the way he has the last 2 years, with far less preseason under his belt. So, I mean, he does have a lot of preseason under his belt over his career, but for me, it just doesn't sit well with me. So we're leaving out Neale for now. Jack's still one of my favourite players, played very well today. Looks bigger and looked to me like he was getting to more contests, but that's just an observation. So I'm really impressed with Jack still. He's a lock. No one can talk me out of that, and yeah, I can't wait to watch him this year. Clayton Oliver had no shoulder strapping on his shoulder the other day, which is great because he had the shoulder surgery a few months ago, so I think hopefully he's fine. Zack Merritt's a new addition to the team. I think he's in the right age bracket, and he had a really good year last year. Had a lot of touches in the trial game today, and he just feels like a safe pick. He hasn't gone a few years under 110, but having said that, he averaged really high last year, 115, and that probably will come back down a little bit. I just feel he's safe, he's durable, and he's going to be around the mark. For me, I like Zack Merritt, and he could move. Maybe he gets better, because he's shown signs where over a few weeks he can average 130, and then maybe he gets tagged or something. But I thought that he dealt with tags better last year. So, and I think the back half of 2019 as well, from memory, but I'm not exactly sure. But I do remember he has improved dealing with tags. So I like Zack Merritt, and for now he's in. Paddy Cripps, I've thought about Cripps a lot, and I think all of a sudden I've come to the realization the risk is more, starting without him is more risk than starting with him, I think. So if that makes sense. So I do like the Cripps pick, and still a bit annoying that, he does get a few injuries here and there, but he provides so much value and he plays most games. So I'll keep Cripps for now, and Rao's still a watch. We haven't really heard enough of Rao, but the talent is unbelievable and his body's ready to go, it seems, so just keep an eye on him. So Jackson Haley is sort of a flex pick at the moment, and by that I mean there's a whole bunch of players in that range, Tom Green, Harms, Caldwell, Dyson Heppel as well, a few others. I just want to see which one of those guys I want to pick. I like Haley because I think I have a better read on him. My huge issue with Haley is job security, and that you should never pay $300k for a player with dodgy job security. I believe if he can force his way in, playing outstanding in the preseason and put it beyond doubt, I might start him, but I think it's actually too risky to start Haley, to be honest. I think he's necessary in the Crows midfield because he's the only big body mid we have. That's my view. Crows might have another view, so see how he goes in the preseason. But I'm pretty confident he's going to score well. It's a job security issue now, unfortunately, and I think it's more likely that I don't start Haley, to be honest, because it kind of goes against fundamentals when you're starting a player with bad job security for that much in price. And then the rookies, I think most of these guys are a good chance to play. I think Finley McRae's been away from the club for a bit. I think he'll come back soon, hopefully. And yeah, McNeil played really good for the Dogs. Mature age, forward for them, which they really lack, especially with Sam Lloyd gone. So monitor him. Maybe we get him. Maybe we don't. Rux is nothing to say. Flynn at R3, so good cover early and should make money. Want to get rid of him for Combin. I know people might want Tracy, but I want DPP. Like a DPP that won't play, because Combin's got a long-term injury and Tracy might play for Fremantle. So I need a loop somewhere, and I've always preferred my loophole at R3. And then the forward line. So Dunkley's probably not as much of a lock as I thought, and the reason is, as much as I love Dunkley, there's two things that are sort of bothering me about this pick, and it's not even the role. First of all, how does he sit with wanting to leave the club? Does that affect him at all? Probably not. I think it seems to be going fine at the moment, but I don't know. You'd rather it not happen than it happen. So it's probably fine. It's probably nothing, but. Does that change the way Beveridge sees him? I don't know, but yeah, he could leave if they start shafting him big time. He could ask to leave again, and I don't know. It doesn't sit well with me. And the other thing is I've severely underestimated the stupidity of Luke Beveridge. He put Dunkley in the ruck. What's stopping him from putting him in another stupid role like key defence or something? Now I've just made that up. That's probably rubbish. Surely not, but. You can't trust Beveridge, but that's just my point. Obviously, what I just said is just complete conspiracy. It doesn't really mean anything, but the point is to not underestimate Luke Beveridge. But anyway, moving on. Still love Dunkley, so I'm going to pick him anyway. And then the rookies, Zeeble, Danaher, MP. So Zeeble played okay today. I thought his kicking was horrific at times, but he seems to have a lot of confidence flying for intercept marks, which is good, so he can score that way. And it's good job security with being captain. Joe, I love watching Joe Danaher. He's unbelievable to watch, and he's only 230k. Joe is expendable to me because of his injury history and the fact that he's a key forward. And he's missed so many games. He can't be getting back to his best where he's averaged 85 or so. So realistically, I'm thinking 65 to 70 with a bit of upside maybe for Joe. We'll see. But unbelievable preseason for him so far. Impey's probably a lock. He's got that half-back role locked up. And Paddy Dow played really well today for Carlton. I believe he was best on ground, which is a bit of a shock to me. At AFL level, he's been really poor, but I do recall Stephen Silvani, who's going to defend him because he drafted him on Trade Radio when he was at Carlton, was just saying he was really, really, really bullish on Paddy Dow and was just saying he needs a bit of patience, he needs continuity with his body because his whole career so far has just been interruption after interruption after interruption. So it looks like he's had a clean run at it, had a good preseason, and then it showed in the practice game that he played today. So I'll keep an eye on Paddy Dow, but if he plays, he has a bit of upside. So I wonder what he can do. But yeah, got a fair few CBAs, which is good. Jimmy Rowe will play, so pick him. Eli Smith hopefully plays. Had a great preseason, but it's very tight for spots. Pretty sure Harry Jones will play for the Bombers. Looked really good today. So I'll just zoom out. So that's the team. Right now the main thing is I'm not 100% sure on Jaden Short if he's going to be there. And I'm not 100% sure on Rao and Haitley. But we'll see. I just want to look at Rao, and this 300, 350k slot is could definitely move anywhere depending on structure. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you like the team. Fair bit of injury risk in the forward line, but everyone is really cheap, and hopefully if I have a DPP midfielder in the midfield, I can swing him down to cover or something like that, and I think we have solid bench cover in the forward line, hopefully. So nonetheless, thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you guys soon.